Is it possible to upcycle old lace curtains into a beautiful wedding dress? Let's find out. So last week I shared a thrifted haul with you guys, and I also shared all of my laced curtains. And this week I thought, why not try to upcycle these into a beautiful wedding dress? Today I'm going to share the whole process of making this wedding dress with you guys. I really hope that you guys will enjoy it, and let's get started. I'm going to start sketching a little bit just so that I have a clearer visual of my dress. Maybe I should make a boat neck, and we're going to have long sleeves. It's going to be quite form-fitted, and then it's going to kind of go out to a full skirt. I do have a visual in my head that I want to have some kind of interesting cut out. I think I'm going to cut out like triangles in the skirt using different types of lace, just because it's going to give it a fuller effect. Okay, so this is what I have sketched. This is what we're working around. I think it's easier when I have something visual in my head and also on paper, and then I can take it from there. I figured it was best to have one simple bodice as a base, with just using this lace curtain here with the nice detail at the bottom, and I'm just going to use the simple part where there's no pattern. And I'm going to cut out, and from that I'm going to start molding my design on top of this. And I'm just making some darts under the bust, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. What's good about this is that you have some sort of support, and this is so thin, so it's not gonna affect the design on the dress. And here I'm also just cutting it out around in the waist. Okay, so I have a very basic top, and now this can be, now I'm going to do the same thing on the back. I'm going to have a very basic top, and then I can start designing on top of this, because this will not interrupt the lace and it won't be a problem, and it's nice to have some extra structure underneath. So I'm going to do the same thing on the back side, and then I'm going to sew it together, and we're going to start placing the lace and cutting it out. I'm going to take this curtain here, which has these lines, and I'm going to cut out some of them, and then I'm going to place them around the wedding dress skirt. And I think it's gonna make it quite interesting when I have like that detail. So the dress changes all the time because as I go, I figure that some things are working better than other things. It's fun to just see where the dress is heading and where it's going to end. Right now, I need to clean up a bit before I head over to get my daughter in kindergarten. So I'm just going to clean up the space so that it's nice and clean when I can start tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is a new day and I'm going to continue on my wedding dress. I have almost finished the front. I think I'm soon happy with the result in the front, but I need to add more lace in the back, and I also need to work more on the trail. But my problem is that I need to make a slip dress or something underneath in a nude color so that I can so someone can wear it, because right now it's so see-through you cannot wear it without a slip dress or something underneath. And I do not have the color I need to make a slip dress, so I am considering if I need to go to the fabric store or to the thrift store. And I think I'm Going to go to the fabric store this time because that way I know I will get the right fabric. If I go to the thrift store, I might not find anything, but it's quite far away. It takes about 50 minutes to drive one way and then 50 minutes to drive back. So if I'm going there, I will also have to do some other errands so that I feel it's worth it. I'm also going to look for some fabric for our chairs in the living room. We need some linen furniture fabric because those are things that I have been wanting to do, but I just haven't got the time to go to the fabric store. So today is the day. I'm back from my trip and I did find exactly the fabric that I needed for this wedding dress, and it is a fleshed color fabric, and I got 2 of it because it was already pre-cut, so I got a discount. So I got 2 of it, and it's a very bouncy, soft and stretchy material, and I think it's gonna work perfect as a slip dress. It's gonna be perfect for the inside. I think I'm actually gonna have a seam right down in the middle because that way I can connect the pieces at the back and I can make the trail. So I think I'm just gonna do that. I also got some other fabrics when I was there. I thought it was great to get fabric for my chair in our living room. I'm going to reupholster it. Then I got this fabric for my daughter. I'm gonna make her a very fun birthday dress, and I think it's gonna be the perfect material for that. I think she's gonna love it. I did get just some stretchy jersey for my son. I'm gonna make him some headbands for kindergarten and also some headbands for my daughter. Dinosaurs on it for dolls and things like that. And lastly, I got some zippers because I always use invisible zippers in my project, and some new needles because most of my needles are now bent. And lastly, just some new thread. So that was all that I got, and I'm not used to buying fabric in the fabric store. I usually go in the thrift store, but today I had to go because I needed to find fabric for the wedding dress. Usually I thrift it and it's so much cheaper, but now I got what I needed, so that's great. Now I'm going to start cutting out the slip dress and I'm going to sew it up, and then I'm going to add the last lace on the wedding dress, and then it's done. Okay, so I just finished sewing it. It's only a seam in the middle and a seam at the back. And it has the trail, and it's super simple construction. And since it is a stretchy fabric, I only need 2 seams. So now I'm going to try on the wedding dress over. So this skirt underneath, or this dress underneath, is exactly what I needed, and it makes the dress just complete, except for this reveal here. I need to make it more V-shaped in the front, and then I will have to add straps. I thought I didn't have to add straps because it was holding up so nicely, but since I need to cut out the V-shape, I do think I need to add some straps. But this dress underneath was exactly the color I wanted, so I'm very happy with that. And now I just need to figure out if I want to add sleeves as well. And also I do think that I need to have some sort of a belt, because I think that's going to tie this dress more together. So in this box I do have some bridal lace, things that I've been using for other projects. Maybe I can even add it to this, I'm not sure. But I do have some belts that I can try on to see if it's gonna make a difference. So first of all, I have this, and this is something that I feel a lot of wedding dresses used to have, these blinged belt, and then it's not been a thing for a long time, but maybe it's coming back. I do think it actually ties this dress really nicely together. This is something I've made myself. It's just a very small belt, and it could also be work. Oh, and this is also really pretty. It's just a lace trim, and it is detailed with beads. Also something that ties it together. I definitely think that I want to add a belt for this one, because I just feel like it ties it together. I'm soon going to install the zipper at the back, and I will consider if I'm going to add the sleeve or not, but soon we're going to have a final reveal, because I think I cannot spend more time on this. That's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Friday, and I will talk to you guys next Friday. Bye!